What's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those of you that do not know, TTG is the fastest growing and highest rated online premium educational platform available today at True Trading Group, folks. Results matter. Because results matter, we have one simple goal. That is to help you to learn, trade, and profit. If you guys are new, make sure to like and share this video. Most importantly, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, because 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live for free right here where myself, other TTG Pro Trader moderators, and special guests drop golden nuggets, provide you with free lessons that are going to help you guys to become better traders. But why should you listen to any of the information we share on these lives? Folks, I didn't start, I didn't figure any of this stuff out on my own. Began my trading career working for a fund in New York City. And that was in 2007. 2008 was the great stock market crash, the great recession, the housing market crisis. But it was actually during that time that I went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. But before they ever let me touch $1 of their money, I first had to go through an intensive training program, had access to some of the top trading tools available, and I was part of a community of like-minded traders. And that is exactly what the TTG platform is based on here today. Guys, we're starting off this live stream with a pretty special beginning here. We're going to do a 20-minute Q&A with none other than the co-founder and my partner in True Trading Group, Adam SUGE Hyman. Then we're going to be breaking down exactly what happened in the markets today. A bloodbath of a day today across all the major indexes, tech being the weakest of the bunch and has everybody spooked. And then I will talk to you guys about not only what happened today, why did the markets go down? A lot of people may not realize it. I'll talk to you guys about why the markets actually went down. And then we're going to talk about how we plan on making money from this volatility for the remainder of the week. And then we're going to be discussing, okay, I'm going to explain for me and my members why it doesn't really matter, guys, whether markets are up or down, because we can make money in any market condition. That is the key to being a consistently profitable trader, guys. You've got to be able to make money in various market environments. You can't just make money when the markets go up, because as you have seen, okay, the markets have gone down significantly so far in the month of September. September and October are historically the weakest times of the year, and that is coming to fruition here so far this year. Markets are now also trading lower in the after-hour session. So we're going to look to see what we expect here going into tomorrow, and I'll give you guys kind of my game plan going into the rest of the week. So after that, then I will walk you guys through the entire TTG platform. For those of you that are interested later on in the live stream, if you guys are interested in the TTG membership, I'll walk you guys through that, and I will show you everything that is included with your membership. I'll show you guys what is on the TTG platform that you all have access to at the end of this live stream. So we have a really important one. We're going to talk today about the crash of 2021, what's going on here, how much more room do we have to the downside. We're going to go over all that here today, and then how to make money from that. It's important to have an education to understand how to make money in down markets, because I don't think this volatility is going anywhere soon. So without any further ado, folks, let's begin that Q&A session here first. Like I said, you have me, and then Adam's going to come on here in just a moment. We're going to go over that Q&A session with you. You guys can start typing your questions in chat right now. And remember, there is no such thing as a stupid question. You guys, the only thing that's stupid is not asking the question that you have. We're going to start this Q&A session off. Also, guys, we're doing it a little bit differently. Aside from you guys putting questions in chat, we will answer some questions live. Like I said, you guys can type questions, but we also asked some of our members to submit some questions to Adam, and he's going to help me answer some of these. So we have some questions that were already submitted by members, and then you guys can type some new questions live right there in chat while we walk through and go through that Q&A session. So begin typing your questions in chat. We're going to bring on Adam here, guys, and let's begin that Q&A. You got to turn your mic. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, no, I get it. How's it going?
Welcome, man. Hey, you're not small anymore.
No.
You're not small anymore. You're full size.
Yeah. Just move this over a little bit more centered. Everyone can see my inversion table. My wife's weird picture. I'm just kidding if she's watching. Sarah, I love you. It's the skinny one in the back. Anyways, all right, so this is going to be fun tonight, man. We got a bunch of questions from members, and then Joe will help us out as well.
Awesome.
We got a bunch of questions from members. I'm going to go ahead and bring up, let's see. We told them to ask questions to me and questions to you, so I will help curate this experience.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let me find a good one. All right. My favorite questions are the ones where someone just goes general market ?
I know. General market.
All right. Here's a good one. All right. So this question, and I'm not going to say who they're from. I'm going to keep them anonymous.
Sure.
But let's do. Let's see. Why not put them up? That's silly. All right, this question says, I went through the courses, still having difficulty in reading and understanding the charts, due to which I am not able to press or pull the trigger. Any advice would be highly appreciated.
Okay. A couple of things. If you've already gone through the courses and you're still having trouble reading charts, a couple of things that I would recommend that you do. First and foremost, I would recommend you go back through the courses a second time. A lot of people, have gone through the courses at their own pace, and they've gone through them multiple times until they actually understand it and they get it. So don't be afraid to go back through those courses multiple times. The other thing that I would recommend you do is to take part in the homework. Jason Simmons, who is one of our Pro Trader moderators in True Trading Group, he gives homework assignments to people that involves chart breakdowns and identifying chart patterns, identifying support and resistance levels. So my second piece of advice for you would be to talk to Jason Simmons tomorrow in chat. You guys can just send him a DM in chat. You guys can DM all the moderators in TTG and ask us questions or get any help that you guys are requesting or any help that you need. So I would tell you to hit up Jason and have him show you where the homework assignments are posted so that you can start participating in the homework assignments. They're very, very, very helpful. You can ask any of our TTG members how helpful that the homework sessions have been for them. And then the other thing that I would say to do is make sure you go through all of the video, all the videos inside the video library, because we have a lot of additional video content in that video library. There's a lot of Trader Paloozas. There's live workshops and webinars that all the moderators have conducted over time. And all of those workshops are all inside of the video library. So there's a lot of really, really, really useful and helpful information inside of the video library as well. So I would definitely do that. That's tip number 3. A piece of advice number 4 would be for you to start trading though, but start trading on the simulator. Okay. Start trading on the simulator, go through your trades. If you think you see support or resistance or a particular chart pattern, trade it on the simulator. The simulator is free with your membership. Trade it on the simulator and then document your trading activity. Document, what you might have thought something was support. It was in fact incorrect. The stock kept going down, and make notes of that. So then you can go and you can talk to one of the moderators, attend one of the small private study group sessions and ask those questions, guys. The moderators in True Trading, we are here to help you. So don't be shy or embarrassed to ask for help. That is how you learn. That's how you improve. So those are my piece of advice to you if you're still having trouble identifying or reading charts after going through some of the courses.
Yeah, I'll even take that a step further, and I'll bring this up on the screen. Guys, what you're looking at right here is the True Trading Group member dashboard. Sorry. And if you scroll down, you'll notice that you have the buttons on the side here with all of our tools. But if you keep scrolling, you will see that we have our forum, which is right here. If you click that, you will see that there is an entire section for the professor's homework. So the homework is right there every day. Jason, the Professor Simmons, posts their homework. It was just posted 35 minutes ago. You can see it is by far the most active forum that we have here. Okay, and you'll see that it has assignments and it just goes on and people engage with it all the time. Okay, so yeah, also to further elaborate on that, if we go back and you want to go ahead and review red to green sessions, that is right here, Trader Palooza sessions, webinars and study groups, and the Morning Colada Club. All of this is done, red to green is once a month. Right, so you can see every month we have a new red to green session. We have Trader Palooza, which is coming up on October 8th, so next Saturday.
October 9th.
October 9th, next Saturday. And then we have all the different webinars and study groups. So, for example, our small private study groups are available, and you can go ahead and we do these every single week live for you guys, okay, just for being a member. All right. All this is included with an annual membership. So, okay. Next question.
Yep.
All right. Mike, you look a little tired, bro.
Do I?
All right. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Okay, here's a question on a specific stock.
Okay.
This question says Alibaba is down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is it a good time to add it to my long-term portfolio? Again, knowing that you are not a financial advisor, but go ahead.
Yeah. Alibaba, I got to tell you guys, is tough. And Matt and I talked about this last night. If you guys caught the live stream last night, this was one of the stocks that was mentioned that a lot of people have been asking about. And Baba is a fantastic company. The problem is this stock has lost 50% of its value in the last, 10 months or so. And it looks pretty enticing and it looks pretty cheap down at these levels. It really does. The problem with Alibaba is regardless how good of a company it is, there's one gigantic roadblock standing in its way, and that's the communist Chinese government. And they have been in full-on assault mode in, the tech sector. And you've had a slew of Chinese stocks, Baidu, Baba, JD, DD, all of these different stocks have gone absolutely gutted thanks to the Chinese government. Now, I do like Alibaba long-term. I think they are the company that operates most similarly to U.S. companies. The issue here is that Alibaba got gutted while the markets were at all-time highs. And now that the markets are starting to give you a sell-off and are starting to give you pullbacks, the people that have been kind of holding on for dear life in these stocks, any bigger of a decline in the overall markets could cause a final flush out on these names. So I do like Alibaba. If it's something that you want to put into your long-term portfolio, I would do so in pieces. I would not try to step in and you've got to decide how much money do you want to put into this one particular stock. And then you say to yourself, okay, whatever that dollar amount is, I'll use an example. Let's say you wanted to put $10,000 into Alibaba. I'm just using that as an example. Okay. Right now would be a time where you'd say, you know what, I want to start picking at it. And you take about 25% of that money and you drop it into Alibaba. Now, if Alibaba continues lower, you have another major support level down around 130. You can take another stab at it down around 130. And then if the stock gets all the way down to 110, that it would be the final entry that I would look for on a stock like Alibaba as far as where I see previous support levels that we can look at. I'll take you guys to a weekly chart and I'll just identify for you the support levels that I'm talking about right now. And here is a key support level down at 130. You got a major double bottom there from the end of 2018. That could be a nice little level of support. And then below that, then you're looking at these previous highs, which will put you down around 110 to 115. And then after that, you're getting down into, really, really, really cheap prices. But I just think that, you still having the Chinese government standing in your way, I think that that's still something that is a concern. Eventually, I do think the Chinese government will get off of this. We'll kind of leave some of these companies alone and kind of have proved their point. But I do think that there is a bit more downside. So you don't have to try to be a hero and pick the bottom of them. If you want to add these stocks to your long-term portfolio, I think you do so just kind of piece by piece as this stock continues lower.
Anybody?
All right.
Oh, geez, somebody.
Nice, buddy.
Yep.
tell Guy I said hello.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. All right. So here's a question. So here. Do you know if the market will get better in the future?
Yes.
Wait. So before you answer this, I want to play a clip for everyone from last Thursday, right? Is it last
Yeah, I
Thursday?
believe it was from the 22nd. It was from September 22nd.
Now, I warn everyone here, if you get spooked out easily with Supernatural, this is going to scare you.
Yeah, guys, Adam's going to play a clip for you guys from September 22nd's live stream, where this was right after the Fed meeting. And I gave you guys my analysis on the overall market. I told you exactly what I thought the market was going to do. And we talked specifically about that Fed meeting, looking for the markets to push higher after the Fed meeting and then reject at that 50-day moving average and then pull back down into the low to mid 430s. And Adam's going to play that clip for you guys. So don't be scared. You are going to see and hear my voice again while you still see myself. This is a clip from our live stream from September 22nd. And Adam, can go ahead right now and play that.
The outfit and the drapes are exactly the same.
Oh, am I wearing a black shirt in that video?
With the hat and the drapes are exactly the same.
Oh, well, I mean, I sit in the same spot. You know, I always wear a hat. Whatever.
All right, you ready?
It's not the same shirt, though. I promise you that.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Over the next 1 or 2 days, maybe tomorrow, I'm looking for the markets to push higher after the Fed meeting, which was today. I'm looking for the markets to push higher, test 441 to 442, run out of steam, pull back in the afternoon, pull back a little bit more on Friday, and then start the week next week, WEAK, and go back down into the mid to low 430s and retest that 100-day moving average. And then I think the markets get very choppy. That's what I think you're going to get here in the next week or two with the overall markets. And I got to tell you at this point, I don't think we're going to get back to all-time highs. I do not. I think this is your all-time high for 2021. And I will say it, I do believe that is your all-time high for the rest of the year. I think that the markets may bounce off this level. We may find some resistance at the 50-day, pull back down into the 430s. Then you get October. Maybe we get a little bit weaker in October. Maybe we pull into the 420s. Then you have the taper. The taper's announced in November. Then you have the December. The taper begins. You probably have bang out earnings to finish the year, which probably give the markets a bit of a bounce back. And then it's going to be, what does the growth look like next year? What does inflation look like next year to see if the markets have a shot at breaking that all-time high next year? That is yet to be seen. We're not sure because it all is going to come down to inflation. Next year will come down to nothing other than inflation. Is the Fed right? Is the Fed wrong? And that will dictate the entire sentiment of the market next year. Next year if literally, I'll tell you guys this now and I'll say it now. If the Fed's right about inflation, next year is still a bull market. If the Fed is wrong about inflation, next year is the start or is the end of a 12-year bull market and will be the beginning of a 2 to 3 year bear market. If the Fed's wrong about inflation, I'll say that now. We can revisit this live stream, 6 months from now when we're into 2022 next year. It's a little too early to dictate what we think is going to happen next year because the entire sentiment will be based around inflation. But what we can do now is trade the SPY off of these levels that we're seeing because I don't really see a catalyst that's going to move markets higher. I think the markets are going to struggle to find a catalyst to move higher in the rest of September and October. And then the seasonality weakness of October is going to start to cause a little bit more selling pressure as people start to prepare themselves for a November taper announcement. That's why I think the market's going to have a tough time getting back to all-time highs. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But based on what I saw today from the Federal, based on what I saw in the markets today after the Fed announcement, that's my feelings. That's my belief. That's what I think. There you have it, guys. So, and again, that's from September 22nd's live stream. You guys can go to that live stream on September 22nd, and you guys can go watch that entire live stream, and you guys can see that entire clip and that entire breakdown. We went over this in pretty grave detail, and what I'll actually do is I'll pull up the chart of the SPY from September 22nd. This is what the SPY looked like after September 22nd's Fed meeting. This is what you just saw on my screen when I was playing that clip for you.
Yeah, and
Right.
guys, this is real time right now. It was tough to tell when you were up there. It was freaking me out. That is definitely
Yes,
the
now
same
it's real
shirt.
time. The date is September 28th. It is 7:53 p.m. Eastern time. So
And we're all meeting at the Twin Pines Mall at 1 a.m. tonight for Doc Brown's experiments.
so here's the chart of the SPY, guys. And you know what I was saying to you on that clip, which you all just heard me say it, that I think that we push higher after the Fed meeting. Okay, which is what we did. There we pushed higher after the Fed meeting. And I said that we run out of steam, then probably have a little bit of a pullback, and then start the week weak, WEAK. And then you can see Monday, we had a little bit of a pullback day. And then I said, I think that this week is a weaker week. And then you get a pullback into the mid to low 430s. And then what happened today? Bang. Major pullback back down to 434. Was a pretty ugly day today down at lows. We closed near the lows of the day. Not a strong looking close, really no bounce in the markets today. And that analysis so far has been spot on. And I made that comment last week that I believed the all-time high for 2021 is put in. And I still do believe that. I do think that we are not going to break through 454, which was your all-time high in early September. I do not believe that we get back above that level. And the price action that I saw on the markets today kind of further reiterates that. You know, what I said to you guys last week about the SPY, you know, just go watch that clip, guys. Seriously, go September 22nd. Go back on the YouTube channel. Watch the September 22nd live stream. You'll see me break down the analysis there after the Fed meeting. And so far, we've been spot on. So far, that price action has been absolutely spot on. Now the question becomes, you know, what happens next? What are we looking for next? You know, and even on yesterday's live stream, we were talking about, guys, you know, we were unable to break above that 445 level, which is major resistance now. Here, let's not look at today. Let's look at prior to today. Here's that level. We talked about this on yesterday's live stream. There's that level. It was major level of support. Then all of a sudden for 3 days, it became resistance. And I had told you guys that I'm looking for a pullback down away from that level. And then you got the big red candle today. Just nasty red candle today. And now we got to talk about what happens now. A huge volume day to the downside. You want me to go into it now, Adam? Kind of what I expect?
Yeah, please. Going
forward. All right. So guys, I'll kind of break down for you. So just like I did on September 22nd, I went over that entire analysis with you. And guys, listen, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not psychic. I know it might kind of seem like what I just said to you or the clip you just watched is like, wow, that's literally exactly what happened over the last several trading days. But it's not that I'm psychic or, oh, I knew. No, it's not that I know. I've seen this before. You guys have to remember, 2008, 2009, the markets went down over 50%. We're just about 5% off of the highs. 2008, 2009, we went down about 50 to 55%. So I've traded through bear markets. I've traded through stock market crashes. I've seen this type of stuff before. But guess what else I did during the stock market crash? 2008 is when I received the Trader of the Year award from the fund. So having this education, being able to recognize this type of price action will allow you guys to still be able to profit from this downside. And I do think there's more downside. Okay. I do think that there's a bit more downside. Let me tell you exactly what I think happens the rest of the week. All right. And now this could change depending on what happens day in and day out. And I'll continue to update you with my analysis. But so far last week we were spot on. And that was on a Wednesday. That was Wednesday's live stream. And now today's Tuesday. And I'll break down for you guys the rest of the week what I think is going to happen now. What I think is going to happen now is I think the SPY trades lower tomorrow. I think we get more downside tomorrow where I think we're going to get down and get beneath that 100-day moving average and start flirting with that low. And then I think you start to bounce. So I think we get another red morning. I'm expecting the markets to be red in the morning and then recover some of those losses in the afternoon. And then I'm looking for like a stair step type of price action. So you guys see how after we had this big drop, okay, maybe this is that big Monday sell-off. right? Then you had this little bounce back. Then you had today's big drop, and I expect a little bit more downside tomorrow. Then I would look for the markets to start to try to bounce again off that 100-day moving average, and then look for that bounce to only last 1 or 2 days. And then look for the markets to start to drift their way back down again. And I think the markets are going to get down into the mid 420s. I think there's more downside here. I don't really think that 100-day moving average is going to hold. I do think we're going to get some more downside, but I also believe that we're going to get another bounce off of it, like where it's going to look like a double bottom is in place. And you can trade that double bottom. You can trade that double bottom for like a 1 or 2 day bounce if you want, and then watch for that little 1 or 2 day bounce to run out of steam. And then you can look for, just like we did the last couple of days, look for put options off of that resistance level. You then look for put options again once that 1 or 2 day bounce runs out of steam. So I'm looking for, again, and I'm being very specific here. I'm being as detailed as I possibly could be. Not many people are going to go out there and stick their neck out online and be as detailed with their predictions as I am. I'm fully transparent with you guys. I always have been. I always will be. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Whatever, I'll own it. I'm never going to be right 100% of the time. But when I'm right, I'm also going to come on here and tell you guys, this is why you need to get yourself an education, because I'm right, not because I'm psychic, not because I'm lucky. It's because I've seen this before. I've been trained to trade this environment before. I've excelled in this environment before. And that's why I keep telling our TTG members, don't panic when you see the markets are in a decline, because when the markets are in a decline, it increases volatility, which actually creates for a better trading environment. Because when you have increased volatility, there's other securities that come into play, like UVXY and the VIX. The UVXY sucks when the market's going up. There's no reason for anybody to ever own a share of UVXY or to trade the UVXY when the market's in a bull market. But when the markets go down rapidly, UVXY is awesome. Awesome. That thing can go from $19 to $24 in 1 day when the markets are in a sharp decline. And that volatility is not only going to provide you with insane range on SPY options, it's going to provide you insane range on the NASDAQ options. It's going to provide you insane range on large caps. Large caps will start to trade with the same type of veracity and the same type of volatility as you see typically in small caps. Guys, NVAX, Moderna, Facebook, Google, you're talking companies within the billions, tens of billions, hundreds of $billions in market cap that are moving 5, 6, 7, 10%. Those are massive moves. Massive moves. You have to understand how to take advantage of this type of volatility. So I'm coming on here and I'm being very, very specific with you. I don't think this downside is over. I also don't think this is the world is ending type of crash. Okay. We can still go down another 5%, which would be the entire decline of the month of September. So imagine what you've seen so far the month of September. Imagine that again. And you're still only in correction territory. Correction territory is when the markets go down 10% off of their highs. That is a correction. That's not necessarily a crash. That's not necessarily a bear market. That's a correction. Okay? So I do fully believe we can go down into correction territory. I think within the next couple of weeks, you're going to see a headline come across CNBC that's going to say NASDAQ and S&P now in correction territory, down 10% from highs. I think you're going to see that news headline. Doesn't mean you can't make money while it's going down. Okay? So this type of volatility, yes, it's scary for people that are just sitting back with their 401ks. But it's good for people like us that are actively trading this volatility, because you can make a lot of money when the markets start moving like this. You know, when the SPY goes up 0.2 or 0.3% every single day, it's boring. But when the markets go down 2% one day and then bounce back 1.5% the next day, there is a ridiculous amount of money to be made in that action. You just have to understand how to do it. So that's why when I show you these clips, we're not showing you these clips just so I can say, see, I told you so, I'm awesome. That's not the point of these clips. The point of these clips is to show you guys that that's what an education can do for you. it can allow you to recognize this type of action so that you can start to make these judgment calls. So you can start to position yourself, whether it be in a UVXY position, whether it be, and the UVXY, for those that don't know what that is, okay, I know we have a lot of new people on here that are maybe trying to get some information. They saw the markets go down. They're coming on YouTube. They want to know what's going on. UVXY is an ETF that tracks the VIX, for those of you that don't know. Okay, the VIX is the volatility index. The VIX essentially tracks fear and uncertainty in the markets. The true calculation of the VIX is how big of a move traders are expecting the overall markets to make. So as the VIX goes up, traders are expecting the markets to make a bigger and bigger and bigger move on any given day. That's a good thing for us. When you can get a situation where the SPY moves 7 or 8 points in a day, and you can get a SPY option that goes from $1.50 to $7 in one day, do the math on that. You're talking 300, 400, 500% gains on options in literally just one day. So everybody always looks for that home run trade, right? This is when that type of stuff can happen. This is when you can literally make, yes, 300% in one single day. But in order to do that, you've got to understand the UVXY. You've got to understand volatility. You've got to know how to trade options, because I know most of you are not going to have the capital to short a $435 stock like the SPY. So you've got to have an education to be able to understand how to buy put options, how to know what expiration to choose, what strike price to choose, know when to short stocks and not try to go long in the face of a pulling back market. And when you have a day when the markets are down 600 points on the Dow, you don't want to be going long, okay, a large cap stock that's bucking the trend. Why? Why fight the trend like that? Instead of you trying to go long, okay, a stock that's bucking the trend, try to go short a stock that's weak. Go short a stock that's down already 5% when the markets are down 1%. And try to get that stock to go down from 5, make it go down 10% when the markets go down from 1% to 2%. That's what you guys want to start to be able to do. But instead, people fight the trend. They buck the trend. They try to buy the leading gapper on the day, blah, 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 blah. But you're missing out on so much other opportunity. That is what an education is going to provide you. That's why I was able to make that statement to you on September 22nd. It's also why I'm able to make this statement to you now. So that's my prediction. Okay, I'm looking for a weakness tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I think the market's going to be red. And then I think that we start to bounce tomorrow afternoon, and that bounce maybe takes us into a little bit of a gap up on Thursday. And then that gap up, I think, runs out of steam by the end of the week. And then next week, I think we go down into the mid 420s. That's what I think. Okay, so there you guys have it. Just like last week, I gave you my entire analysis on what I thought the SPY was going to do this week. Now I'm giving you guys my analysis here today on what I think the market's going to do the rest of the week. And if I'm right, great. Okay, great. We're going to trade that. We're going to profit from it, whether the markets are up, down, left, right, sideways. That's what we do inside of True Trading Group. And I think I can speak for the crowd here. All of my members that are in True Trading Group, I know we have many hundreds of them here now. Okay, I know we have many hundreds of them here now that you guys are able to sit there and say to yourself, yeah, I'm not really scared now when the markets go down. Okay, I'm not really scared here while the markets go down. All right, so that's something that
Mike, sorry to interrupt you, man. This is from who's this from? Que Rico. Do you like how I did that, where I rolled my tongue?
Que Rico, you thought the SPY was going up on Sunday. Yeah, it looks so. What? Okay. First of all, I did not. Okay. First of all you need to do is go back and watch the video. Literally, it's there. Okay. You can literally go back and watch all these videos. I said to you, the only way I think the markets go back up is if we gap above 445. Verbatim. Okay. Verbatim. Okay. I said, if we gap above 445 on the SPY, then you can look for the markets to move higher. That never happened. Okay.
Wait, actually, hang on 1 second. Hang on. I'm gonna, I got you, Doug. Just give me 1 second. 1 second. All right, never mind. Go ahead. Finish.
Okay. So that's what I was saying. So you guys can go back and you can watch that clip, okay, where I specifically said If we gap above 445, then you can look for call options. But 445 was your level. And for 3 consecutive days, we never got above it. And I specifically said to you, literally after Monday's live stream, I specifically said, okay, that if we can't get over that 445 and you get a little bit of a gap down, that we're pulling back. I just showed you the clip that we're pulling back into the mid to low 430s. And that's what we got here today. So we never got the gap up above 445. It never happened. And that's why you maintain the bearish outlook, because that never took place. We never got above 445 ever. We tried to get through it 3 days in a row. We're unable to do so. Okay. So that was what I said to you guys on Sunday. All right. Nice. Kelly, go. I just caught someone's comment. Goes, Mike, thank you so much. I made 200% on your put option call. Awesome. 445 puts. I made money today. Awesome. I love it. Yep. Thanks to you. I made money on SPY puts. Yes. Thank you. Patrick Jam says, yep, I was there. He said, if the market opened above 445, and we never got that. Court TZ says the same thing exactly. I was on the live stream. I heard that too. Lakeisha says, yep, you said there's major resistance at 445. Avi Vaknin says, yep, I confirm that. That's why my stop loss on my put options was 445. So there you guys can see. So listen, K-Rico, I'm not picking on you, man. Maybe you just misunderstood what I said, but that's why it's important for you guys to understand what I'm saying to you. And the best way for you to understand that, if what I'm saying to you right now is difficult to understand, right? Or if it's kind of over your head, don't worry about it. It could just be because you don't understand the material yet, and that's okay. All right, I've been doing this for almost 17 years, guys. So like, it's okay if it's over your head right now, but this is what you'll learn. This is what you'll learn. Like, again, K-Rico, I'm not picking on you, man. I'm really not. I don't want you to feel like I am. This is what you'll learn as a member of True Trading Group. Okay, this is what you guys will learn. All right, so let's see. Next question. Yes, Diane Fig, you're the ultimate note taker. Diane Fig goes, guys, that's why it's important to take notes. Every live stream, I see Diane comment and goes, guys, take notes. Guys, take notes. What is the most difficult? All right, Adam, I got someone ask a question. They go, what is the most difficult part of being partners with Mike?
See, you guys know Michael Edward, the award-winning hedge fund trader. I know Mikey from Jersey when we go to Vegas. It's a little bit different.
But that's why you love me more than even they do.
No, the most difficult part about it is that Mike doesn't. I'm going to criticize a little bit, but I'm also, everyone in here can point the finger back at me too, right? Mike has a really hard time saying no to people, especially in chat. And there's things that I, as running a business, we need to, I need certain things during the day. I need help. I need him to look at certain things, and trying to pull him away from answering questions or working with people is near impossible. And yeah, I mean, so just the frustration of, trying to pull him away from certain things and having him, organize stuff a little bit better. But I'll tell you what, I mean, look, I'm the same way, right? I give up most of my weekends, every single weekend,
All right, so time out. So now, K-Rico, I was being nice to you, but now, if you want to be an asshole, okay, you to say it gapped up above 445 pre-market, admit it and just say you were wrong, Mike. That statement tells me that you actually have no idea what you're talking about, because pre-market is irrelevant. That's not a gap up. If we don't gap above 445, the market doesn't open above 445, my friend. That is not a gap up above 445. I don't care if the market goes to 450 pre-market, and then when the bell rings, the market's at 444. Guess what? That's not a gap up over 445. So if you're going to come on here and you're going to challenge me with comments like that, I highly suggest that you understand what you're talking about first. And you would understand and you would know that if you were actually educated, which is why you actually, more so than anybody else on this live stream, should get your butt into Trading Group and actually learn what the hell you're talking about, because the market never gapped above 445. Go ask any trader on planet Earth, did the SPY gap above 445? The answer is no. So just that comment makes me actually worry for you, because you don't understand even what it means for gapped up. You don't even understand a basic term of gapped up. And honestly, one more time, K. Rico, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and I won't pick on you, even though I want to now. But it's probably because you've spent your entire trading career watching YouTube videos from a bunch of people that don't know their ass from their elbow and feed you wrong information. There's a lot of people on YouTube that I see try to explain technical indicators. They try to explain the Federal Reserve. They try to explain the taper program, and they do it wrong. I watch people every day talk about Fibonacci level, this. They're using it wrong. I watch people talk about the Fed, talk about the taper program, rising interest rates, inflation, what happens with the 10-year Treasury yield. And it's like listening to them try to explain time travel. This is why you need to have an education. Okay? That's why you have to have an education. Because just that one comment you made right there tells me that you don't even understand the basic definition of what it means to have gapped up, which is technical analysis 101. When I'm wrong, I come on here and I tell everybody that I'm wrong. When I have a losing trade and I say, guys, I was wrong, I come on here and I tell you I had a losing trade, I was wrong. I did this, I was wrong. I have no problem doing that. I'm fully transparent here. I go over my wins, I go over my losses day in and day out. But if you're going to challenge someone that's traded professionally on Wall Street, that's won a Trader of the Year award at a hedge fund in 2008, that's been trading for 17 years, I highly recommend you understand the basic definition of a gap up. Next question.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'll wait for you to dig your next hole, K. Rico.
I've already blocked him on
Then I'll just bury you in it. Next.
Easy, killer.
Well, that's how I feel today.
We're a loving bunch here. We are a loving bunch. All right. Let's see. Going through. Okay, here's a good one. Can you explain the difference in market cap for Tesla at 785 billion versus Toyota at 257 billion? Toyota sells more units. Why the larger cap for Tesla? Is it based on future projects, or does it include projects like SpaceX and energy production in addition to cars?
It does not include SpaceX. SpaceX and Tesla.
That's actually a really good question.
It's a fantastic question. It's literally the bearish argument that everybody has had on Tesla forever. The bearish argument that everybody has on Tesla is that they literally sell a fraction of the amount of cars as General Motors, Ford, Toyota, Nissan, Volkswagen. They sell a fraction of the amount of cars. Tesla is not given the same type of multiple as some of your other traditional automakers. It's not because of SpaceX. SpaceX and Tesla are not combined together at all whatsoever. Okay, they're not. All right, but Tesla is not looked at as just a car company. Tesla is looked at as a tech company, and therefore is given tech multiples and tech valuations. So the whole concept behind Tesla is on the automaker side, they're looking at that as the future total addressable market in the electric vehicle space, but they're also looking at it in terms of technology. And when it comes to electric vehicles, it comes to battery technology, it comes to electric vehicle charging infrastructure, there's a lot more to Tesla than just, hey, we're going to make a pickup truck and we're going to sell it, which is why Ford and General Motors, some of these other companies have the multiples that they do and the valuations that they do. And Tesla has the valuation that it has. It gets more of a tech valuation than it does a traditional automaker. Now, I actually like a lot what I'm seeing out of General Motors and out of Ford specifically, because General Motors, I think, is one of the most attractive investment opportunities that we actually have here now. And if the markets do actually start to crash further, I am going to look for really good opportunities to buy General Motors and to buy Ford, because those companies are making, especially General Motors, has a phenomenal CEO, and they are making massive, massive, massive investments into the electric vehicle market. And you're seeing the same thing going on with Ford. And I said this over a year ago when everybody was going crazy about all the electric vehicle stocks. And I was like, guys, you've got to understand something, that the only electric vehicle maker that can justify that valuation is Tesla, because Tesla gets more than an automaker valuation. There's a tech play there. They get tech valuations. But all these other automakers like Ride, Workhorse, Solo, XPEV, LI, NIO, Lucid, Fisker, all those other companies, they're not given that same type of tech play. Okay, when it comes to those, they're looked at as automakers. And I'm saying to myself, guys, do not just forget about all of your major automakers that are there now. General Motors, I think, is going to be, I'm actually very, very bullish on General Motors as the electric vehicle market unfolds, because General Motors, out of all of the out of all the automakers, the regular automakers, they are making the biggest, most aggressive push and investment into electric vehicles than anybody else. And they can do that because they're such a massive company with so much cash flow that they're able to make these massive investments. And those investments will pay off 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years from now, as the electric vehicle market, the total addressable market for EVs, gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm actually very, very bullish on General Motors. Okay. Ford as well. I like both of these companies because of the EV spin. Okay. The only electric vehicle maker that I own in my long-term portfolio is Tesla. And I own it from around $500 a share. Okay. The stock's at like 770, something like that. I think Tesla will eventually be back over $1,000 a share. Not right now, not next year, but 5 years from now, absolutely. I think Tesla's back over $1,000 a share. Okay. And I think that as the electric vehicle market grows, General Motors is going to swallow up a big chunk of that valuation. Of that market. I really, really do. And that's why I've been saying to people, I've been bearish on the electric vehicle makers for so long. There's literally a handful that I actually think will do well. And that's Tesla, maybe Lucid, and NIO. Out of all the others, like XPEV, Workhorse, Workhorse and Ride are pretty much dead. Okay, I think that Ride, it's only a matter of time before Ride goes bankrupt. I think it's only a matter of time before Workhorse goes bankrupt. If you asked me, Mike, which companies do you think fail first? I think it's those two companies fail first. I could be wrong. Okay, but I also don't believe in Fisker. I don't believe in like XPEV and LI. I don't think that the market is big enough to have 10 new automakers. There's only so many cars in the world. Even once we go to 100% electric vehicles, do you guys just think that no one's going to buy BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, Honda, Acura, Kia, Hyundai, Nissan, Chrysler? No one's going to buy Buick. No one's going to buy those brands anymore. You're crazy. Those companies will also make electric vehicles. They're already doing that. So when you take all those companies producing electric vehicles, you take Tesla, which dominates all the rest of the electric vehicle makers, there's not enough market share. There's not enough market share for 10 new electric vehicle makers. There's not enough people buying cars for you to have 10 new brands of cars. I don't believe that there is. That's why I think that a lot of those smaller EV companies are not going to make it. And I think that all of that potential market share that investors thought were going to be taken by some of those companies, it's your traditional automakers that are going to swallow it up. And as the electric vehicle industry matures, you're going to have excitement for people to buy new cars. There's going to be, I think, a ramp up and a drastic increase in the amount of auto sales that you see in this country over the next 10 years, because people will get more and more and more and more excited about electric vehicles. You might have like acquisitions. You might have like General Motors or Ford or Tesla. Maybe somebody will acquire some of the smaller EV makers. That's a possibility. Like I can see Lucid being acquired. I could see that. I could definitely see that. But some of these others like Workhorse and Ride, I'm not touching those companies with a 10-foot pole. Fisker, I'm not touching those companies with your money, never mind mine. I just don't believe in them. And like I said, I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong. But I believe that there's only a handful of EV makers that are going to actually make it. And then the rest of your auto manufacturers, like a General Motors, are going to swallow up that market share. I do. And I love General Motors. I love the turnaround that company has made. I love the CEO. I love how aggressive they're being with their investment in the electric vehicle market. Volkswagen also very aggressive with their investment in battery technology, which is why I've got a real close eye on QS. I own QS. Volkswagen is QS's largest investor and shareholder, and Volkswagen is the largest auto manufacturer on this planet. So if they're willing to put hundreds of millions of dollars behind QS, cool. I'll put some money behind QS. I'll bet on that horse too.
All right. Dude, I like this. Let's keep this going.
Yeah, ride it out, man. Let's go.
I like this because we're getting all the stuff we wanted to cover anyways in here.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another question. This question is from a person in chat right now. It's from RX. All right. And RX is either a pharmacist or a drug dealer. Get it?
I do get it. Good one.
Thank you. Put your charts back up.
All right. Well, I wasn't talking about the spy.
Just leave the spy up there. It looks cool. It's a good ambiance. It's better than your curtains.
All right, fine.
All right. It makes us look more professional. RX says, at Trading Group, what would you recommend me do, bro? I'm down $20,000. I only have $5,000 to bounce back.
Okay, my first bit of advice would be for you to stop trading altogether first. If you're down 20K, you've got to first identify what the problem is, right? What is the problem? Why are you down 20K? Why are you down 20K? Okay, that's the first thing that you've got to figure out. Okay, what are the mistakes that you're making? What are you doing wrong? I'm not sure. Is he a member, Adam, or is he not a member?
I don't think he's a member.
Okay. So if you've only got 5K left to bounce back, RX, I would say to take of that 5K, I tell you to take $1,104 of it and get a membership to True Trading Group. That's literally. And I'm not just saying that because I'm like, oh, buy my membership. It's because you have to understand first why you've lost $20,000 in the first place. And we got to figure out how to fix that. Okay. We've got to figure out how to fix that. Okay, but if you don't understand what the reason is why you've lost that money in the first place, then how are you ever going to correct it? Right? There's probably something that you are doing wrong on a consistent basis over and over again. And you have to understand, a lot of people don't realize what they're doing wrong until they actually get a real education. I'm sorry, it's $1,105 tonight. So you got to take $1,105 of that. To get yourself an actual education. There's a lot of members in TTG right now and that are on this live stream. You guys can probably justify this. How many of you, did not realize how much you were doing wrong until you actually joined True Trading Group? Because once you guys join, you're gonna get. You have to understand you're getting access to the education that I got when I worked at the fund. I didn't figure out this whole trading thing by myself. I was taught by other traders.
Yeah, and it's not even just what you learned at the fund. Like that was the core of what our curriculum is. But given how many mods we have in there, it's turned into so much more than that.
Yeah, it's true. We've expanded on that.
I mean, like you're a hell of a trader, but I don't know. Do you consider yourself as detailed an options trader as Chris Toner?
No way.
Okay.
No way. Toner's been trading options for 20 years, guys. I mean,
and guess who helped design the advanced options curriculum?
Chris Toner.
So that's the other thing, you know, it's not just the curriculum Mike learned at a hedge fund. that's the basis for a lot of this, but it really does encompass, I mean, close to, I mean, cumulatively over 70 years of trading experience.
Yeah. Literally, between all our moderators, guys, you got over 70 years of trading experience.
So, I got a little bit of a spicy question.
You know I love spicy, bro. Every time we go out, I ask for the hottest buffalo wings they can make. I love my long hots.
That's why we dated in college that one time.
You damn right, baby.
Oh man, there's a little delay. I want to see how many people laugh. All right, this is a question for both of us. You're gonna go first. Be honest. What is your biggest frustration with members running and growing TTG? Be on it. Oh, I should have spell checked that. Be honest. Please don't mute me.
No, we're not going to mute you, man. Come on. It's not.
It was a woman that posted it. I'm not going to say who it was, but it was a woman.
No, that's okay. So listen, we're not going to mute you. That's silly. No, I welcome these questions. I encourage these questions. I would tell you guys the biggest frustration for me, with as True Trading Group grows.
Are you going to be honest?
Yes, I'm going to be dead honest. I'm going to be dead honest.
I really hope that you are, because you and I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. Should we tell them?
I don't know what you're going to say. So,
guys, Mike and I are people too. And we get frustrated, and anyways, we've been having a long couple weeks getting a bunch of stuff ready. Okay. And it's not easy dealing with personalities, right? So this is a good question. And Mike, I'm going to be honest, and I really hope that you are honest also.
Okay. You want to go first? I'll let you go first.
No, you go first.
Okay. My biggest frustration with True Trading Group is as the platform grows, and we have about 7,600 members of the TTG fam. And I got to tell you guys, my biggest frustration is people that come into chat and they just literally don't listen to a word that I say. And that is frustrating for me because, the first thing that I tell people is to, go through the courses. I preach risk management. I tell people, how to do things properly. And people, they join True Trading Group, they get very excited. Okay, we're 7,616 members. That's where we are right now, guys. That's the size of the TTG family. And people, they try to get rich quick, and they don't go through a single course. They don't go through any of the rules. They don't go through any of the lessons. They just literally, they take a $5,000 Robinhood account and they go, I'm just going to buy whatever Mike buys. And they go ahead and they put their entire account into a stock that I get into, but I might be getting into a very, very volatile stock that, requires, a certain amount of patience and a certain amount of distance to your stop loss. And that could be a risk tolerance that could be outside of that person's threshold, and their position size is way too big. So what do? They stop out of the position because they're down too much money. But meanwhile, the stop loss is never even reached. And then an hour, 2 hours later, the stock goes up 10%, 15%, 20%. I'm taking my profits. I'm like, yeah. And that person's like, oh, what the hell? I just got crushed. And I'm like, that's really frustrating for me because it could be so easily avoided. So many people, as soon as they join, they're lazy. They don't want to go through any of the courses. They don't want to learn anything. They don't want to try to learn the skill. They don't want to listen to a word that I say. They just want to instantly start making millions of dollars. And that's not the way that it works. It's just not. I might make, let's say if I make 5 trades in a single day, and maybe one of them is a loser and 4 of them are winners. Well, guess what? that one loss for me is going to be a complete non-event. It's going to be irrelevant because I got 4 winners to go with it. But somebody else that follows me into that, what might be that one losing trade, their position size might be way too big for the risk that that trade entails. So when they take a loss, they get crushed. For me, it's just a regular loss. And then I go on to nail the next 4 trades, and I'm sitting on a banger of a day, and that person's pissed off because they lost money. And they're like, Mike, what the hell? And I'm like, what do you mean, Mike, what the hell? Like, that's what I get the most frustrated about. And I get the most frustrated about is because, guys, I really, truly do give a shit whether you succeed or fail. I don't know if you guys, if you haven't realized that by now, the passion and the time and the energy that we put into this program, and my teaching members, you guys can all probably can verify this. And you guys can comment in chat if you are a member. I really do care if you guys succeed or fail. You're not just a number to us. So it's like, I don't want to see you guys blow up your accounts. I don't want to see you guys lose money. And that's why I plead with people when they first sign up. Okay, if you're brand new, go through the courses, please. Trade on the simulator first. Ask questions. Like, that's learn first. There's a reason why our slogan is learn, trade, profit, not trade, profit, and then learn last. But that's what so many people want to do. They want to learn last. They just want, oh, I just want to make money. I just want to make money. But they're not willing to learn. That's what I get most frustrated about.
Do I have to say it?
Yeah.
I think you covered some of the stuff that I have issues with as well. You know, I'll give you an example. I'll use an example from today. I had somebody reach out to me in chat via DM, and they said, I've been a member for almost a year. I lost $40,000, and now I don't know what to do, right? And they were saying, can you give me another year for free, right? Hang on. Can you give me another year for free? And I said, all right, well, let's talk about it for a second, right? Because look, I don't want to like put this out there to everybody, but whatever, screw it, we'll do it. In case Mike said it himself, in case you guys haven't noticed, like we actually genuinely give a shit whether or not you succeed or fail. Okay. Nobody here has been a number to us or just a number to us since day one. Nobody. Okay. So I asked, but I also think that it's important that if we're going to help people, that those people have a willingness to help themselves, you know, and not just be doomed to make the same mistake, you know, especially if I'm going to go ahead and cover your costs for a year. So I spoke to this person and I said to him, I was like, okay, well, what happened? What happened? And they said, well, I would get in trades at the wrong time. And I was late to the trades and I didn't really understand what I was doing, but I kept doing it anyways. Okay. And then I said, well, did you take any of the courses? Right. I said, the cornerstone, Mike, what's the cornerstone of True Trading Group? Pick one topic.
Risk management.
Okay. And I said, you're not TTG certified, which means you've been here for a year. You have not gone through the courses. Okay. I went and I looked at the person's account. They had not completed most of the courses. I said, why, you know, what happened here? Oh, I was busy. Okay, no problem. But let me ask you this. At True Trading Group, we have a trade simulator. Now, this trade simulator is not one that we built, right? We didn't build this trade simulator. We went to one of the top companies that offers it, and we have a partnership with them so that you guys can have access to some of the best tools out there. And I said to the guy, I said, hey, you know, when you were $5,000 or $10,000 down, why didn't you stop? Why didn't you stop? Oh, thank you. I love you.
Love you too. Hi, Uncle Mike.
Hi, Minna. Love you.
I said, why didn't you stop and go on the simulator? Why didn't you reach out for help? And this person's answer was, I didn't know that you could reach out for help that way in here. And I said, and that for me was the time where I literally said to the guy, I said, that's bullshit. I was like,
Yeah, that's
even
totally
the people that don't like us know that you can reach out for help at any time.
Yeah. Every single day I say you guys can DM me or any one of the moderators to ask us questions. We have red to green workshops every month where you can actually send us things that you are struggling with, and we will do a live workshop on that specific topic. There's so much there for you. That's why I always tell you guys, don't feel like you're bothering us. Like, and it's, there's me, there's 7, 8 other moderators that are inside of True Trading Group. You can message at any time to ask a question. You can go to Adam, you can go to Elena, you can go to Tony, who kind of do like our customer service, and say, hey, I'm really struggling with this. Can anybody help me? Like, you guys just have to reach out and ask. And we're very, very open and clear about that. That's why we do these workshops. That's why we do private study group sessions. That's why you have the ability to message moderators to ask us questions and to get that help. So like when that person said to Adam, oh, I didn't know that I can ask for help. That is such BS, because I say it on these live streams every day. I also say it in the chat room. We say it all the time. People they don't want to. They just want to make money overnight.
Yeah, and then DRD 1812 says, what if you were at work and can't DM and can't use mobile? Okay, no, I think that's a valid question, right? Hang on. I give this out in chat all the time, but DRD 1812, if you need help, you could send me a text at that number anytime. Any question that you need answered, if I can get it answered from one of the mods, I will help you.
What not? Did you put it on the screen? I don't see
Yeah,
it.
it's on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Look, we genuinely make an effort to leave no trader behind. But in order to leave no trader behind, some of those traders got to want to not be left behind and help themselves.
Right. Yeah. That's basically like a follow-on, basically.
And yes, it can be embarrassing to ask for help sometimes. It absolutely can.
Yeah.
But but you got to weigh the risk reward.
Guys, let me share a real quick story with everybody, because Gunnar, you're right. It can be embarrassing sometimes to ask for help. But it's a lot more embarrassing? Explaining to your significant other why you lost a shit ton of money, right? Or explaining, why you can't, go on that little special vacation this year because you lost a bunch of money in the markets. Or that's something that's more embarrassing. And let me tell you guys this, and I always tell you, don't be embarrassed when we have the Q&A session. Type your questions in chat. Guys, when I worked at the fund, my mentor at the fund, he was also my boss. He was my senior PM. And he was also one of the partners at the fund. When I tell you, it doesn't matter when I was hungry. When that man went to lunch for his lunch break, that's when I went on my lunch break. That man ate tofu. I hate tofu. You know how many times I went to eat lunch at a tofu place in New York City? Because I wanted to be with him as much as I could so I can ask him as many questions as I could. At the end of the day, when he would get in the elevator to go down to the garage to get his car, I took the train because I would go all the way back. I would literally go to the World Trade Center, take the path back to New Jersey. Okay. He lived out on Long Island, and he would just drive his car back out. I would literally follow him down the elevator, even if I was in the elevator with him for 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes I was able to ask a question and pick his brain. And if I used to literally sit behind him during the day, sometimes I would just sit behind him and just watch him. I would watch him trade. I would ask him questions, and I would soak it all in. And yeah, you don't think that was embarrassing for me to chase somebody down an elevator or to sit behind somebody during the day and ask them questions? I'm in the middle of the trading floor with all the other traders at the hedge fund, and I'm sitting behind somebody asking them questions. You don't think that was embarrassing for me to sit on the trading floor with all these traders seeing me asking this guy questions? But that is what helped me. That is what allowed me to learn. And that's why we've also added, so part of our lifetime membership, we actually do that now with members where obviously you guys can't sit behind me during the day. But we do that with lifetime members now, where you guys can do an all day long video conference with a moderator so we can trade together essentially side by side the entire day. So you guys can ask me questions in the middle of the day. You can watch what I'm doing, when I'm buying, when I'm selling, and hear, like, we can talk through the analysis, because that is what helped me throughout my career and everything that I think about throughout my 17 years of trading. What has helped me? That's what we then bring to the TTG platform. So believe me, that was embarrassing for me too. I felt like I was annoying the ever-living crap out of this guy. But guess what? I would not be the trader I am today if it wasn't for me doing that. And that's why I tell you guys not to be embarrassed. Don't be shy. You've got to ask questions. It is the only way you are going to learn.
Yeah. I'll also tell you this. The second part of that for me was I had another member today kind of hit me up and basically basically say, what do I need to do? I haven't made any money yet. I'm not profitable. I've gone through all the courses. And I said, okay, let me take a look. And I look at the account, and the person's been a member for 28 days. And look, like I said, I'm a human. I got a little spicy. And in chat, I said, this is a 1-year educational curriculum, not a 28-day rehab. So,
Yeah.
So you may want to curtail your expectations.
Right.
Anyways, that was a good question. Let's, but I will say this also, and I know, being able to have the ability to help the people that do give a shit, because there are far more people that give a shit than don't. There are far more people in True Trading Group that want to do better and improve themselves and do take advantage of this stuff than those that don't. And to be able to be a part of that is really, really amazing. And I know that you feel the same way about that.
Absolutely, man. Honestly, and I know we're talking about this, but it's like, 98% of our members are absolutely freaking awesome. And I would give the shirt off my back for them. I've done mentor sessions on Saturdays and Sundays with people that needed help. It's like, guys, I'm in the chat, at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm doing my watch list, and I'm trading with everybody the entire day. I do a mentor session at 12:30. I do another mentor session at 5:00. Then we do the live stream at 7:30. I'm literally live, breathe, eat, sleep True Trading Group for 13 to 14 hours a day. So it's like when I do get the Saturday is really the only day off, and Sunday we do the live streams at night. But I want you guys to have the guidance, the mentorship, and the education that I had. Like I had my mentor's phone number. I can text him. It was actually a time when I was going through like a real rough patch in my own trading. I was probably about like 3 years in. And he actually met me in New York City just to get a drink. Just him and I. He, how amazing that is, that this guy was willing to not go home to his wife and kids, but instead meet me in New York City and have a drink with me so we can talk about some stuff. Like, those are the things that.
Look at this.
I see the text me in the phone.
Oh, I put Mike's cell number 973-555-1212.
Oh. Watch my phone. Ding, 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 ding.
That's not your number.
No, I know that's not. Obviously, it's not my number. 555. But you guys get the point. Like, there's a lot of members that are out there, and that's why we have the money back guarantee too. Because if you guys if you're willing to put in some effort, if you commit to TTG and you commit to us, we will commit right back to you. We will give you the help that you need. We will answer the questions that you have. We will do the red to green workshops. We'll do the private study groups. We'll do the mentor sessions. But you have to be willing to put in some effort. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You're not going to join True Trading Group and just start making boatloads of money next week. It's not about trade alerts, folks. Because then you get the people that say, oh, well, how could anyone lose money if you're such a good trader? You get those asses, right? It's not just about the trade alerts, because people don't just follow the trade alerts. People go off and do their own stuff. And I can tell somebody that I'm buying the stock at $12, I'm going to stop out at $10.50, and that person stops out at $11.10. The stock never goes to $10.50, and then it runs to $15. They lost money. I made money. It's a lot more, like, people will do their own things. That's why it's like you have to be willing to actually put in an effort. I'm telling you guys now, if you're willing to put in an effort, we will give you that exact same effort back. But do not come to True Trading Group and just think that you're going to coast, you're not going to do a single damn thing, and then come to me and be like, Mike, I'm not making any money. And then we check your account and you haven't gone through a single course. You haven't watched a single video. You haven't attended a single private study group, and then tell me, oh, I'm not making any money. No shit. I'm not just going to show up in my college, my econ stat class for the final exam, and then fail the exam, go to my professor and be like, I failed the exam. You didn't teach me anything. And the professor looks at me and goes, Mike, you attended one class all semester. That's not the professor's fault. That's my fault. I didn't do a single homework assignment. I didn't attend class. How do you expect me to pass that exam? You guys have to be willing to put in just a little bit of effort, guys. And that's why the money back guarantee is set up that way. I'm not listen, you join True Trading Group, you don't do a single thing. If you don't make back your membership fee, I'm sorry, you're not getting a refund. But if you join True Trading Group and you go through the courses, you pass the quizzes, and you attend one private study group, if you don't make back your membership fee, which is $1,105 tonight, we'll give it back to you. I'll give it back to you as long as you tried. As long as you put in an effort, we'll give you that money back. That's how it should be, because results matter at True Trading Group. There's so many services out there that are so full of shit. And I'm sorry that I'm cursing. There's probably some people that might be watching this and maybe your kids are running around. I apologize if you guys have the audio loud and your kids are, I try not to curse on here, but I get passionate about this kind of stuff because this is a skill that literally could help change your lives. And people are not willing to even try to achieve it. They just want somebody else to do it for them. And I don't know about you, but I've never experienced anything in my life where somebody did everything for me and I got to reap the rewards. This is no different.
You know, I see people in the chat right now, a couple of members, not a lot, but like 2 or 3 members that have said, okay, we get it, enough with the frustration. What you guys don't understand is that this isn't a matter of us being frustrated. At the end of the day, if we never said any of this stuff to you, if we never said any of this stuff to you, okay, and you're a member, we already have your money. What do we care? If we didn't give a shit, what would we care? We have your money at that point.
Right, yeah.
Everything that we're saying tonight pertains to our members more so than anyone that's new on here. We are saying this because we've experienced a lot of this in chat and because we genuinely do care about whether or not you fail or succeed. So yeah, you're going to hear an air of frustration in our voices. You're going to hear some passion and so you're going to see us make faces and all that. But you know what? If we didn't care, we would say, you know what? We have, you know what, Mike? Hey, man, we got their money, bro. We got their money. They're here for the next year. We have an ironclad, terms of service for the refund. We're good.
Yeah. Most people will communicate with you every single day until you sign up. Once you sign up, they stop communicating with you. We're literally the exact opposite. I don't know you and you don't know me until you sign up. Well, you might know me just from watching live streams, but I don't know you. And then once you do sign up, that's when our relationship begins. There's a lot of other services out there that the day you sign up is the day your relationship ends. And the day that, because they no longer care, they have your money. But it's not just about your money, guys. I want you guys to be able to actually learn this skill. This is a skill that's completely changed my life. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I'm humble enough to say that if it wasn't for the help that I received and the education that I got, I wouldn't be where I am today. So again, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. So it's about more than that. But let's take maybe another question or two, Adam, and then we'll.
Yeah. All right. Hang on. All right. 1 second, guys. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one to end it on. Hang on. Okay.
Oh, I don't see it, Adam. You got to tell me what it says.
Sorry. Hang on.
I saw the yeah.
Okay. I see Joe's questions keep coming up. Is that what it's like for you when I'm telling you stuff?
Yes.
God, that's annoying.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Stop. Joe, stop or I'm going to kick you out. I am a new trader. I do not have the courage to start trading.
Okay.
I think what they mean is they don't have the confidence yet.
Right. No. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. It's they're scared. They're hesitant to start putting real money at risk. And what I will say to you is part of the reason why you don't have the confidence is because you're not comfortable with the material. It's a lot of the same reason why when you take a college exam, for example, when you know the material inside and out, you'll sit down, you'll take the question, you'll take the final exam, you'll run through those questions very quickly. You don't second guess yourself, right? You read the question, you go, oh, the answer is B. You circle B, you move right on. You don't even think twice about it, right? Because you're sure, you're confident, you know the material. Trading is a lot like that, where if you're unsure about what you're looking at, you're going to second guess yourself. That's where traders hesitate. So a lot of traders that struggle with pulling the trigger, and there's probably a lot of you that everyone knows what I'm talking about. We've all been through it. I've been through it throughout my career. You've all been through it, where you hesitate. You think you see something, you're like, I don't know. And then you don't pull the trigger. You think about it. You don't, then all of a sudden the stock moves higher and you're like, shit. You're like, I'm sorry. I cursed again. I try not to curse in there, guys. I'm sorry. I do apologize. You're like, darn. stock just ran higher without me. And like that is a very, very frustrating thing for traders. And then what starts to happen? You start chasing stocks that have already made the move. And then the stocks pull back and then you stop out. And then you start running around like a chicken with no head. Because like you want to buy the stock, but you hesitate. You don't. The stock goes up. Then you buy it. Then the stock pulls back. And then you stop out and you lost. And that's very, 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 very frustrating. My advice to you right now, you said you're new, right? And you're like, I don't have the courage to start trading. So don't. I just talked to a member over a month now. I had a one-on-one with this person. They're on their second year now of their membership. The entire first year of their membership, they traded on the simulator. The simulator lets you trade with real-time data, so you can still follow everything going on in chat, but it's with fake money, stocks and options. They did that for an entire year until they were consistently profitable on the simulator. And then year 2, they went to trade with real money. And so far, since they've moved to real money, that person started with a $5,000 account. I believe their renewal was in April, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they signed up last April after the COVID crash. And then they actually used, I think, was it April? I think it was April, because right after the COVID crash, they said. So they've already renewed this April. They started trading with real money. They started with a $5,000 account. They're now up to $18,000. And it's like they started, though, for an entire year trading on the simulator. And my advice to you would be to go through all of the courses as many times as you have to. Pass all of the quizzes. Because that's going to, that right there will give you the confidence that I know the material. I know the education. I've passed all the quizzes. I know what is being taught. I understand what I'm looking at now. Then go to the simulator and implement that. Implement what you've learned in the simulator. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to lose some money on the simulator at first, but learn from that to the point where you actually start making money in the simulator, because that's going to give you confidence. Once you start actually making money, that's when you guys will start to be able, or I should say, once you actually start having successful trades, that's when you're actually going to start to gain some confidence, right? Now, listen, going from a simulator to real money, it is different. It's different just up here. Nothing's different with your actual trading. You're still buying and selling, right? Nothing's different, but it's different up here. So there is a difference between trading on the sim and trading with real money. There is. I'm not going to pretend like there's not. But that's why I suggest people start in the simulator first, because you want to build confidence on the simulator. So when you are trading with real money, you're trading with confidence and you're not trading with doubt. Trading with doubt is going to get you into a whole heap of trouble. You're going to hesitate on your entries. You're going to stop out early. You're going to exit winning trades too soon. You're going to end up chasing stocks higher. It just creates a whole other slew of problems and issues. So my advice to you would be to go through all of the courses, pass all of the quizzes. Now that'll give you hey, I know what I'm doing now. Then trade on the simulator and stay on the simulator until you're consistently profitable. Try to get at least a 50% win rate for a couple of months consecutively before you say, okay, now I know what I'm doing. I'm actually having success in the simulator. I'm ready for real money.
I mean, look, Mike, there's a reason why this is a 1-year membership and not a month-to-month membership.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's not done by accident.
It's exactly right. Guys, I don't know a single person, and I know a lot of professionals that are in this stock market, boy. Not one of them do I know that opened up a trading account and started making money that month and never looked back. I don't know one person that has achieved that. Not one. Traders that I know now that make 7 figures a year, even they did not do that. So you cannot expect you to be able to accomplish what nobody else in my Rolodex of contacts and relationships has ever achieved.
Yeah, and that's going back to what I was saying earlier with that member that was like, I haven't made any money yet. I've lost money. I've gone through the courses. Look, I've used this example before also. I was, before COVID, I was training to get my private pilot's license, right? In the immense amount of free time that I have. And and there's a big difference between can I sit down and tell you about weather patterns and navigation and all that? I absolutely could. Do you want me flying you cross country? No, you don't. That's, not yet. Do I understand the basic concepts and how it works? Can I communicate on a radio? Absolutely. Do you want me flying you across the state or across country? No, you don't. there's a difference between passing a course and understanding a concept out of a book and practical application, and real world application. There is just such a difference. That's why God invented a flight simulator. Anyways, so that is that is my point. And yeah, look, there are people that come on here, we ask these questions and yeah, it's we ask these questions, we say, hey, who's made their membership back in what time frame, right? And you see people, I made it back in a week, I made it back in 2 months, I made it back in 3 days, in 2 trades, in 4 months, and whatever. There's a lot of different responses, right? Those are all true. But look, we like to go over that and show people that because it is true. Most people do make their membership back well under 6 months from when they sign up. Okay. Yeah. That is true. But there's people that don't. And we don't want those people to think that there's something wrong with them, or that they're not getting it, or that this isn't for them because they're not like those people. It's important to see your colleagues and people that you are working with doing well. It's important to celebrate success and to acknowledge less than success or failure. It's important to celebrate the success and acknowledge and learn from the failure. So yeah, we're going to hype you up when you make money, and when you lose money, we're going to pull you aside and we're going to say, what can we do to help make this better? All right?
Yeah. Awesome.
And that's it.
Yeah, man. That was great.
So welcome, Elvira. Elvira just signed up tonight.
Oh, Elvira, welcome to the TTG family.
Yeah.
Everybody, welcome Elvira, our newest member of the group. Welcome, Elvira. Glad to have you part of the family.
Yeah, we got 16 private study groups left.
Okay, nice. So, guys, listen, just to recap, on kind of what we talked about regarding the overall markets, right? Because we have a lot of people that maybe missed the very beginning. Again, I'll just touch upon this real quickly. Okay, our analysis on the SPY last week was spot on. Go watch September 22nd's live, okay, where we talked about on September 22nd, we talked about watching for the markets to push higher after the Fed meeting, run out of steam at the 50-day moving average, and then pull back into the mid 430s. It's exactly so far what has happened over the last couple of trading days. If you don't take my word for it, literally just go back and watch the live stream from September 22nd. Now, what I'm expecting from the markets now is a little bit more downside. I think we have a little bit more downside after today's pullback, and I'm looking for us to get beneath the 100-day moving average, and then I'm looking for the markets to start their bounce. And then I think that bounce will kind of run out of steam a little bit and maybe the high 430s and then start to work their way back down. And then I think maybe eventually we get down into the mid 420s in the next 1 or 2 weeks. So I do think there's a little bit more downside. I still do believe the all-time high is in for 2021. I don't think we break above 454 in 2021. I do think that all-time high is in for this year. But, again, I'm looking for a little bit more downside, and then I'm looking for a bounce from there. I think that bounce lasts maybe 1 or 2 days, runs out of steam, and then we get a little bit more of a pullback. Now, what can change that could be what's going on with the debt ceiling. Okay, what's going on with the debt ceiling? If they come to an agreement with the debt ceiling, maybe you get a little bit of a bounce back with the debt ceiling. If for some reason they are not able to come to an agreement with the debt ceiling, and we actually go into a default, it'll be the first time the U.S. defaults on their liabilities. Then I think you're in for a much, much deeper of a sell-off. Then I think you're looking at, the 200-day moving average comes into play. You're talking about 410, possibly even, 400. You're looking at a much deeper pullback if we go into a default, maybe even into the high 390, like 390. I mean, I think we'd go much lower if the U.S. actually starts defaulting on their debts. And I think Janet Yellen is actually correct when she said She's been very vocal about it, that it would put the U.S. into a recession if we defaulted. So that would be a serious problem if that were to happen. So if that happens, then we're going to have a whole nother conversation here on this live stream, and I'll be loaded to the teeth in SPY put options with very large positioning on that. And I'll be looking for, the VIX, UVXY. We'll talk about that if and when that does come. But there's a lot of ways for us to make money, and a lot of money if and when something like that, something that severe takes place. But for now, this volatility is excellent. It's here. That's how I plan on making money in the markets over the next couple of days. And of course, I do these live streams 6 days a week, guys. So on every single night, I'll talk to you guys about what happened in the markets and everything like that. Today's pressure in the markets was thanks to a sharp rise in the 10-year Treasury. The 10-year Treasury went from like 1.3 and change all the way up to over 1.5. That's a pretty rapid move for the 10-year. It's not necessarily that the 10-year is at 1.5, because we were over 1.6 back in March. I believe it was March. The 10-year went all the way to like 1.65. Don't quote me on the March timeframe. I think it was March. I could be wrong. But when the 10-year went all the way to 1.65. So obviously the markets are significantly higher now than where we were in March, but it's the speed of which the markets, the 10-year went up. And when the 10-year Treasury goes up, that puts a lot of pressure on growth. It puts a lot of pressure on tech stocks, and tech led the way to the downside today, down 2.5%. So keep your eye on the 10-year. If the 10-year continues to rise tomorrow, you're going to get a deeper pullback. If the 10-year starts to pull back, might get a little bit of pressure, gets let off on stocks, and you can look for a little bit of a bounce. I'll walk you guys through that as the days unfold and as that transpires. So that's kind of it there, guys, with the overall markets. This is an excellent live stream. I'd actually like to real quick.
Real quick. I have a treat for our members.
What's up?
All right, guys, do me a favor. If you're interested, if you're a True Trading Group member and you're interested in trading crypto, I'd like you to go ahead and type the number 1 in chat real quick. That's a lot of people, Mike.
Oh, hell yeah. Whew. A lot of crypto traders, boy.
Look at that, huh?
That's a lot of number 1s, man.
All right. So, guys, I've gone ahead and our crypto tools that we've been working on, I figured I'd give you guys a sneak peek real quick. All right. Everything that I'm going to show you is now included with your True Trading Group membership for free. There are no upsells for all of our core products. This will be all our core products. First thing I'm going to show you, and I'm putting a lot of these elements just on one page so you guys can see it. They'll be formatted differently in your accounts. But here we go. First of all, we're going to have live streaming crypto charts. Okay, that's pretty basic stuff, not a big deal. We're also going to have price blocks that change red, green, depending on buys and sells. Okay. And then, of course, a full crypto scanner, all real-time streaming. All right. You'll be able to sort everything and all that jazz. All right. And then, of course, there will be real-time news associated with this as well. And all sorts of stuff. So I'm really excited, man. We've been working on this for you guys for a long time. We really want to take a moment and thank our partners over at Polygon. That's polygon.io. If you're in the market for your own crypto data, I highly suggest taking a look over there. True Trading Group members will now get all of their real-time data for free for crypto. Okay? So that is that. All right.
Awesome.
And there's a lot more of these tools that are coming. So yes, that is that.
That's awesome.
All right. This really is my favorite part. Because I just think it's cool. You know?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. So I just wanted to show them that. All right,
Awesome.
Go ahead, Michael.
Okay, guys. What I'd like to do real quick is I'd like to see how many people on the live with us still that are new. I want to know if you guys are new to the live stream or if you're not a member of True Trading Group. Type the letters TTG in chat right now. Type the letters TTG in chat right now if you guys are new or not a member of True Trading Group. Type the letters TTG, please. All right, we got Mitch Ford, Towering TV. I love your icon, Towering TV. Thomas Baker, Nikki Lynn, Isaac McCabe, Haggis, Shafan, Reggie Witt, Youssef, David, Alika, Rachel Wilkinson, Kevin Vega, Diane, Skippy Jr., Maverick, B. Murray. Good, guys. Awesome. So a lot of you, all you guys that are typing the letters T2G, just understand, remember, our goal at True Trading Group is to help members become consistently profitable traders by combining top-notch education with premium tools from companies like TradingView, Benzinga, Quote Media, Trade Ideas, and we're a community that all shares the same goal, and that's to learn, trade, and profit together. Before I get into the pricing and everything of a teaching membership, I'm going to show you the platform as well. I'm going to show you guys the platform. I would actually first like to ask two questions. First, my teaching members, what do you think your membership to True Trading Group is worth? What do you think the membership is worth? Type in chat right now what you think your membership is worth. Now, if you're not a member, just read some of these comments, see what some teaching members are saying that they think their membership is worth. Remember, you can get a membership tonight for $1,105 for the entire year. So let's see. Volley Girl says 5K minimum. John Gill, 10K. 12K says Jamie Holiday. John Bean says it's priceless. Lakeisha, priceless. Skyburst, priceless. Carolyn, priceless. Tanya says, seriously, it's priceless. King Kiabasa says 5K at least. 5K says Nicholas. Priceless says Jan. Humble Pie, 15K. Diane Fig says 5 to 10K. But for me personally, it really is priceless. LDX says 5K. TG Sunshine says priceless. Financial freedom has no price. Angel Rain says, I'd pay $45,000 for this membership. Donna Moore says 10K. Maverick says 8K. ABC says 5K. 15K says Jay. And also says the education is priceless. $5,000 a year, says Texas Trader. John G said he'd pay $1,000 a month. Susie says it's priceless. Mambo Jams Kitty Cat, priceless. My boy Joe, what's up, Joe? Says 3K, at least 5K a year for Lewis. Eric R says 6 to 7K, 10K for RC Sailor, 5 to 10K minimum, says Mama Bear. Jenny from the block, J Lowe's in the house, says it's priceless. You guys can see what I'm getting at here. You're seeing members of True Trading Group are actually commenting, telling you how much they feel their membership is worth. Now, listen, we've been moving the price of our membership up by a couple of bucks every single day. Okay, on our way to over $2,000 because on February 1st in 2022, the membership will be $2,500. I'm telling you guys all that right now, giving you guys fair warning. Okay. The plan is for us to walk the price of this membership up by a couple of bucks every day at first, and then speed up that increase as we get closer to that February 1st price point. The cost will be $2,500 because all the resources, tools, and features that are on the platform, they cost us a lot of money. Like all that crypto data, scanner, all, charting, all that information you saw in there from our partners at Polygon, that costs us a lot of money. We also have partnerships with Quote Media. We have partnerships with Trade Ideas, TradingView, Benzinga, to have all these different products on the platform for our members. You don't have to pay anything extra for them. They are included with your membership. So you can pay $11.05 for the whole year. You get access to all of these tools, which I'm going to show you guys in just a second. Okay, hold on. All right. So that's the whole concept here. Okay. The idea behind TTG is that we want to make sure that the tools and the education that are needed to succeed are well within reach for anyone that wants it. But we also do understand our worth.
Yeah.
Right. We understand how,
I'm sorry. No, I was telling you, I was like, we come on here every night. And I don't mean to interrupt you. I know we're like right in the middle of this part, but we come on here every night and we say the same thing, and we've walked the price up a couple times and then we've knocked it back down, when we've been able to save money in certain areas. But what I really want to convey to people is that this what we're doing here is the forever solution to what it is that we're going to be doing at True Trading Group. And to kind of further illustrate that, Mike, do you think I should show them the schedule or?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, guys, we'll show you the pricing schedule. Like, we are moving the price of our membership up to $2,500 by February 1st. And I told you, we're going to increase the price literally every day. So today you can get it for $11.05. Tomorrow you won't be able to get it for $11.05. There's not going to be a bigger discount for Halloween or Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's literally the price during Thanksgiving is going to be much higher than where it is today. The price at New Year's is going to be higher than it is today. So, yeah, sure, Adam, if you want to show them that schedule so people understand kind of where the membership's going. February 1st is $2,500, guys.
So guys, this is our schedule between now and February 21st, just because we really want to stay transparent. There's a lot of talk like, it just, you guys are going to lower it for Christmas or for New Year's or anything else. We're not. For those that are skeptical as to why, I'd really like it if you guys would go ahead and do a little bit of research on what a comparable course or platform costs, because you will see that it is far more than what it is that we are charging. And that's okay. We need to do, it is what it is, but we're giving people the opportunity to get in at a lower price now, and then it will renew at that same price next year. It will not go up in price the following year, but what you're seeing is our full schedule with the dates on the left, the pricing in the center, the incentive that we plan to offer. Okay. Also, for example, Zach paid $1,300 before we got rid of the laptops, right? So when Zach goes to renew, his renewal will be far less than $1,300, right? Like, we also have a price match guarantee. So if you overpaid for a membership, we will actually end up, taking care of you as well. Okay. So what you'll see here is you will see that you have the pricing right here, the different incentives. Of course, everyone gets the money back guarantee. You can see when we are going to try to bring back electronics at different price points. And then you'll see that the membership starts to get pretty expensive right around the holidays. But in order to keep it affordable at these prices or within reach at these prices, okay, what we are going to do, so for example, at like $1,700, what we'll do is we'll say, okay, put $1,000 down, and then 6 months from now, pay the $716. And we will continue to work with you guys in that respect, but the price will be what it is. And then you'll see that this will go all the way up to $2,500. Once we hit $2,500, we will go ahead and start to once we hit 2,500, we'll go ahead and we will have sales at certain points like 2,200, 2,300, but that will be the price. So this is not a sales gimmick. This is what it actually is. You guys have a hell of an opportunity right now. So hopefully you take advantage of it. So that's it.
Yeah. So you guys can see the pricing model where every day the price will continue to go up. So Like I said, eventually we'll be back over 2,000. We'll be at 2,500 by February 1st. The membership is normally $2,212, but until midnight Pacific tonight, you can save 50%. It brings the price all the way down to just $1,105. And that actually comes included with 2 private mentor study groups. Okay, these are a real game changer for you guys to be able to get individual attention from a TTG moderator, go over lessons and topics that you guys are struggling with to really help speed up that learning curve and make sure that you guys start your membership off on the right foot. Also, think of us as the Netflix of trading communities. You pay one price, you get access to everything that we have. Okay, you guys will be getting access to the top premium trading tools and products because we bundle them together as part of your TTG membership. I'll show you guys the platform now so you can see what's included for that $11.05. You're going to be blown away when you see all the tools that you guys actually get access to. TTG is a lot more than just courses and trade alerts. It's an entire platform. Included is going to be Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed. This is a live breaking up to the second news alert service directly inside of our chat room that will give you news as soon as it crosses the wire. You guys cannot be active traders and rely on delayed news like Yahoo Finance, delayed. You've got to get news at the same speed of which professionals do so you can act at the same speed of which professionals do. This news feed allows you to do just that. You're also going to be able to get Quote Stream's full book level 2 so you can see all of the market makers inside of level 2, not just the ones that your broker shows you. Then you're going to be able to use a trade simulator. This is the same simulator that is used at California State University, Fullerton, University of Wisconsin, Whitewater, Berkeley House, and Illinois Tech. This will allow you to trade stocks and options with fake money so you can practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. It also gives you real-time data so you guys can trade in real time with us with fake money. You'll also be able to use Trade Ideas Scanner. Trade Ideas Scanner is going to be showing you new highs, new lows, a surge in volume. It's broken down between small caps, mid caps, and large caps. So whatever you trade, we can make sure you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. Then you're going to get our own proprietary scanner, which has the same functionality as FitViz Elite. And this, you can actually create your own scanner and save it. The moderators can share their scanner settings with you in real time. But here's the best part. You can actually click on any one of the tickers that's on this scanner and get unlimited downloadable PDF reports for analyst ratings on that stock. So you can actually see how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating for that particular stock. So that can help you make your trading and investment decisions. Then you also have our social sentiment scanner. The social sentiment scanner used to be something only available to the hedge funds and the professionals. Now it's at the fingertips of our members. This will scour Reddit, StockTwits, Twitter, and tell you how many times a ticker symbol is mentioned. This can help you get in front of all those major short squeezes that you hear people talk about, all the meme stocks. You guys can get ahead of those moves. This scanner also shows you the size of the float, the percentage of the float that is short, and a bunch of other information that can help you guys out. This is a game changer that our teaching members have access to. Remember, all these tools are included when you pay $11.05. You get access to all of this, all of it. Then you also get TradingView's Pro Plus charting software. This is one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. Yours, free. Then, of course, you're getting at least a minimum of 10 easy-to-follow, actionable, real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders currently sporting about an 84% win rate. We're fully transparent. We keep a trading journal on our website that tracks every buy and every sell that all of our moderators make, so you can follow along and see how you would be performing if you were following all these trade alerts. It's all right there on the website for you to see. All the trading activity every day is loaded into this journal so you guys can see it firsthand. Okay, we're fully transparent, and TGD always have been, always will be. Then, of course, you have those 2 small private study groups, guys. You got to take advantage of these. These are a game changer for you. These are a game changer. This is your chance to get individual attention from a teaching mod, to ask questions, go over lessons and topics you're struggling with to really help speed up that learning curve. Take advantage of them. Then, of course, you have the courses. Guys, the courses are, again, a simplified version of what I learned working at the fund, but also an expanded version of that. We've added to a lot of that as well from all of our other professional trader moderators that are in TGD that have wrote courses for that as well. You get access to all the courses. There are no special VIP pro courses that will cost you more money. When you join, you get access to every single course. Beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options, trader psychology, swing trading, crypto, you name it, we've got it. It's all in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. Then you have a video library. This is in addition to the courses, has well over 100 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we've conducted that are recorded. They're loaded into the video library, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO. All of these are in that video library for you guys to see. And then, of course, we have Trader Palooza on October 9th. Don't forget that. That's a 12-hour-long, all-day virtual training session where different moderators will cover different topics. That's going to be October 9th.
And Mr. Duckman himself, Matt Kors, will be there.
Yes, Mr. Duckman, Moon Gang, 8 Nation, Matt Kors. It's going to be.
I love Matt, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be his birthday that day. It's going to be a great day for him. He's actually going to be doing a workshop in our Trader Palooza session about social media stocks, social media sentiment, meme stocks, AMC, GameStop, all of that as well. He's going to be talking about that within Trader Palooza as well, guys. Totally free for TTG members. You got to be a TTG member to attend Trader Palooza, but it's totally free. You don't have to pay anything extra for
Mike, welcome Diane and Bashiri. There are
Diane and Bashiri, welcome. We now only have 14 of those small private study group spots left. Guys, everybody welcome Diane and Bashiri. We now have 14 spots left for the next small private mentor study group. The next 14 people that use coupon code TTG121 get the 50% discount. You also get the 2 small private study group sessions. But there's only 14 spots left. We keep those spots limited because we want to make sure everybody gets a chance to participate in that study group and everybody gets individual attention from the TTG moderator and gets their questions answered. So we keep those private study groups very small. That's why those spots are limited, guys. So the next 14 people will get that included. You'll know you're getting it when you go to your checkout cart. You'll see the 2 small private study groups in your checkout cart. That's how you know you've locked in one of those 14 spots. Okay. Then, of course, you guys have access to our chat room. The chat room, the moderators and I, we share our screen during the day. You see what we see. We're live on the microphone, talking to you in real time, calling out our trades in real time, calling out our trades actually in advance of making them. And you also have the ability to send us messages during the day to ask us questions. We're there with you the whole day from pre-market till after hours. We're there and chat with you all. Okay. Guys, remember, the price is being walked up every day. We showed you the schedule. We're going to be over 2K before you know it. And that's still hell of a value. But you can pay $11.05 tonight. To put that into perspective for you, the value that you're getting for your membership. Let's say you don't want to join True Trading Group, but you really need that Benzinga newsfeed. And you're like, that Benzinga newsfeed sounds actually really cool. I could benefit from something like that. If you go to Benzinga on your own, they will charge you $1,400 a year for that newsfeed. It's included free with your membership, and you can pay $11.05 and get access to literally everything else that I had just said to you. Yeah. Our goal is to disrupt.
You can also go there and they can take all your ideas. Oops.
Oh boy. I'll move on. Our goal, guys, is to disrupt this entire industry, folks. In order to do that, we got to provide insane value and results at a price substantially less than any of our so-called competitors. $11.05 is an absolute steal. Take advantage of it while you guys still can, because as of February 1st, that membership is going to be $2,500. You heard me say it now. We're giving you guys plenty of advance notice before the price really starts to climb. But even tomorrow, that price is going to go up. It's continuing to go up every single day until we get to $2,500 on February 1st. We're also 5-star rated on Trustpilot, guys. I welcome, encourage, and invite you all to go read.
Oh, you got to read Mike's review. Mike S. You got to read.
Oh, Mike S. left the review? That's my boy, bro.
Yeah. Joe, pull it up. So Mike.
He's got it up. He has it up.
Mike EP can read Mike S.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. I'll read one for you guys. Listen, guys, seriously, over 1,300 people have left us a review on Trustpilot. Take some time and go read these reviews. We're 5-star rated. Okay, here we go. I'm a member of TTG. I was also a member of other groups that promise you an education and promise you they will turn you into a better trader. Need I say they were a total letdown? I wanted to believe them. I wanted to trust them, but they ruined that. Their classes are based off their interpretations of the market, their process, and their tools. Only problem is they never received a formal education themselves, so all you're learning is their opinions, not facts. I joined TTG, took and passed all their classes, and became TTG certified. Since then, my trading has improved immensely. Yes. My losses are 100% more manageable, and my wins cover my losses. I've become a consistent trader, and to be successful at trading, you must be consistent. TTG teaches you how to be consistent, and they teach you a skill that can and will change your life if you apply yourself and are willing to put in the work. This literally is exactly what we talked about earlier. Do not believe all the other get-rich-quick groups out there. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You will not turn 1,000 into 1 million in 6 months. Is it possible? Yes, it is, but not in 6 months, and definitely not without a proper education. The head trader at TTG, Mike Edwards, is an award-winning trader who receives, Joe, can you scroll down? I can't see anymore. who receives hold on. I lost my spot. You went too far, Joe. Okay. Who receives his education from his very first job after college at a hedge fund in New York City. All they charge is $1,100 for total access to their platform, not only a chat room. With the membership, they give you at no extra charge the Benzinga news feed, which is double the TTG yearly membership. They give you trade idea scanners, trade ideas charting software, multiple chat room. Main chat room has 8 professional traders who are moderators and there to help answer any questions you may have. A social sentiment scanner so you can scan and see which stocks are being talked about most on Twitter, Reddit, and StockTwits. But most of all, they give you the education to help you succeed in this market. People have no problem putting $5,000 into a trade when they have absolutely no idea what they're doing, but they have a hard time paying $1,100 a year for an education. They don't make sense to me at all. Save yourself $3,900, pay for your education first, and then invest that $5,000, and you will notice a difference in your trading. Not only are there 8, scroll down, Joe. Not only are there 8 moderators answering questions and giving alerts. You lost me again, Joe. Hold on. Not only are there 8 moderators answering questions and giving alerts, but there are 2,500 other people in the chat room who are all like-minded traders looking for opportunities. That's a lot better than your 2 eyes looking for opportunities. If you're still skeptic, TTG offers a weekly trial for $3. Do yourself a favor, take the trial, and then decide if it's worth it. Honestly, it's a community and a platform that I am 100% thankful to be a part of. There are too many positives to list, and I'm honestly trying to think of a negative, but I can't. All I know is TTG changed my trading skills for the best, and because of this, I have a skill that will last me a lifetime and give me financial freedom. Nothing is better than being your own boss, and TTG makes that possible. I say possible because you still have to do the work and put the time in. When you're trading, you're going up against someone else on the other end that is either buying or selling from or to you. They're most likely educated. Do you want to go up against someone who has professional education while you have absolutely no training at all? I know I wouldn't. I wouldn't go to the hospital and start performing surgery when I have no education. I loved it. Mike, I love you, Mike. He's literally repeating stuff that I love this. I wouldn't go in court and go up against an educated lawyer while never going to law school, having no education. I wouldn't step into a boxing ring against a professional boxer with no training. Neither should you. So why would you go into the market and compete against professional traders with professional educations while you have none? Don't sound like a good idea to me. Do yourself a favor. If you're looking to become a successful trader with financial freedom, give yourself an honest shot at it and get the education you need from TTG. They even offer a money-back guarantee if you take the courses, pass the quiz, and attend the private study group. This is great. If you still don't make your membership back, they will give you a full refund. How many other groups out there promise you that? Lastly, at TTG, there are no upsells. If you are a member and they add something to the platform, you get it for free. They have added a few tools since I've been a member, and I now have that for free. What you pay now is pay for life. So if you join and pay $1,100 now, that's what you pay for life, regardless of what they add onto the platform. You get it for free. How many other groups do that? None. Don't try the rest. Join the best. Join TTG and start your career. Wow. What a review. You know what? Mike, you're hired. You're coming on tomorrow's live stream. I'm taking a night off. What a review. Wow. Guys, yeah, listen. Bomb review from Mike. I mean, guys, just take some time, go read some of the other reviews. That was awesome. That's literally, a lot of the stuff that I say in here, guys, and it's all true. And you're seeing it from an actual member. You're seeing and hearing it from a member themselves. That's absolutely amazing. Like I said, we do have that money back guarantee, guys. What do you have to lose? Really, seriously, ask me, what do you have to lose? You join TTG, you get a 50% discount right now. You can get 2 small private study groups with a mentor. And you guys get a money-back guarantee if you do not make back. JD, my boy, I'm a 4-year member. All he said is true. Excellent. Hell yeah. So, guys, again, if you go through the courses, you pass the quizzes, you attend 1 study group. That's it. You get 2 included with your membership. I'm only asking you to attend 1. If you do that and still don't make back $1,105 throughout your membership, I'll give you a full refund. I'll give you a complete full refund. Our refund rate is about 2%. Okay. Since we started keeping track, we've
2.35%.
2.35% is our refund rate, guys. 2.35%. So there you have it. 2.35%. That is our refund rate. Now, I tell you that not only to show you how infrequently people ask for a refund, but also to prove to you the refund is real. You know, we have never denied someone that has gone through the courses, passed the quizzes, and attended one study group. If someone did that and still never made back their membership fee and they asked for a refund, we have never denied one single person of that refund because we stand behind our program. Everything I'm telling you is on the website. Everything I'm telling you is on the website. So you know you're getting exactly everything that I'm saying to you here. So just use coupon code TTG121. You'll get the 50% discount, the money back guarantee. You get those 2 small private study groups. There are only 14 of those spots left before that small private study group fills up. All right. So thanks for joining me tonight, guys. It was an awesome live stream. We actually just kind of did like an open Q&A. This was excellent. We went over the SPY. We talked about what we think the SPY is going to do. You guys have to get your butts in chat. You know, you got to be able to trade this volatility with a clear head and with a professional education. Otherwise, you can really get yourself spun around. You guys can really put yourself in a pretty bad spot. Be able to learn how to take advantage of this volatility when the markets get wild. When the markets get wild, that's when people panic, but that's when the greatest wealth transfer actually occurs. In market crashes, it's the greatest wealth transfer that you'll ever see, because what happens? When the markets are still high, all your professionals sell. That causes the markets to go down. Then what happens? That causes all of your retail traders, your mom and dad pop shops that say, oh my God, the market's crashing. I got to get out. And they sell. And when they get out, that's the bottom. And who do you think they're selling to? They're selling to the professionals. It's the greatest wealth transfer that occurs when markets go down. Be on the other side of that. Do not be the person that sold all of their stocks in 401k in March and April of 2020. Do not be the person that sold their 401k in 2008 and 2009. Be the person that bought. Use coupon code TTG121. Get yourselves a real education. Get the money back guarantee. What do you guys have to lose? Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button if you guys haven't done so already. Turn on your notifications. Make sure you never miss out on any one of these lives. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow.